Hello everyone, this is Dev here and I'm here to give a explanation video on a topic sorted job first, which is a CPU scheduling process in operating system. So this is the index of our PPT, like what we're going to cover in our video. First is what is scheduling, then why is scheduling, then we will discuss the types of scheduling, and then what is sorted job first, which is the topic of our video. Then we'll discuss the types of SJF, like preemptive and non-preemptive. So come to the next slide, which is what is scheduling. A CPU scheduling is a process of determining which process will on our CPU for execution while another processes are on hold. Means we have many processes in our ready queue in main memory, and we have to give them one by one to the CPU, CPU central processing unit for execution, because we have a uniprocessor, means we have only one CPU which can execute one process at a time, and all this process is called CPU scheduling. We can perform CPU scheduling in four states, like first one is new state, second ready state, third is running state, and fourth one is terminate. First one is a new state, which is in secondary memory in which our processes are present, and the long term scheduler presents here to send them to the ready state, which is in main memory. Then short term scheduler done sends the processes in running state to execute, then we'll terminate them. So come to our next slide, which is why is scheduling, which is the importance of scheduling, like what is the purpose of scheduling. There are four purposes of performing scheduling. First one is a maximum CPU utilization, means a CPU have to execute all the processes continuously. Second purpose is a fair allocation of CPU, like we cannot do that we'll provide CPU for first process for a long time and the another processes for a short time. That is, every process can be executed by a CPU in the proper execution time. And the third is maximum throughput, which means we can perform many tasks in less time. Fourth purpose is CPU has a minimum waiting time, like our CPU don't have to wait for more time, it has to execute processes continuously. Now, types of scheduling. There are six types of CPU scheduling. First is first come first serve. FCFS processes are executed in the order they arrive. Means the process which comes first will get the CPU first for execution. Second is sorted job first, SJF. The process which is with the shortest execution time is executed first, in which we will check the ready state in which all processes are present. The process which has less execution time will get the CPU first. Suppose if two processes have same arrival time, then we'll compare both of them. The process which has less time will get the CPU for the execution, and the second one which have more time will send it to the then we'll send it to the waiting state. Third one is shortest remaining time first, SRTF. It is the preemptive version of SGF. In this, the process with a smaller amount of time remaining until completion is selected to execute. Means if any process is on execution state and another process arrives with less execution time, then we'll send the first process in waiting state, and the another process which have less execution time will get the CPU. Fourth one is longest job first, LJF. The scheduling process is just opposite of sorted job first, SGF. It is non-preemptive. Like we'll check the ready state in which all processes are present. In this, the process which have more time of execution will get the CPU, and if two processes have same arrival time, then we'll compare which have more execution time, then we'll send it to the CPU for execution. The fifth one is priority scheduling. Processes are assigned priority levels, and the highest priority process is executed first, like same SGF. But in this, we'll compare the priority which we have given. Two processes arrives on same time, then we'll compare both of them which have the highest priority, then we'll send it to the CPU for execution. The sixth one is round robin RR. Each process is given a fixed time quantum and they take turns execution. Means each process will get the CPU for particular time. Then second process will get CPU, whether will not check whether the first one is executed completely or not. It will perform like a cycle. Means each process will get the particular time for processing. Okay, so what is SJF? SJF stands for Sorted Job First, which is a scheduling algorithm used in operating system. It is non-preemptive or preemptive scheduling algorithm that prioritize the execution of process based on their burst or execution time. Like the algorithm which have focus on the burst time. In SJF scheduling, the process with the shortest burst time is selected to run first. The rationale behind the algorithm is to minimize the average waiting time and turnaround time of processes, as shorter processes tend to complete faster, leading to better overall performance. We are going to check in the numerical. The SJF scheduling algorithm requires knowledge of the burst time of each process in advance or an accurate estimation of the burst time. If the burst time are not known, various techniques such as exponential averaging or prediction based on historical data can be used. So come to the next slide, which is importance of SJF, shortage job first. The shortage of first scheduling algorithm is important due to its ability to minimize waiting time and optimize resource utilization. By prioritizing the shortage jobs, it reduces the time process spent in the ready queue, leading to faster completion and improving system throughput. Like we'll perform many tasks in less time because this algorithm focuses on the burst time, like execution time of the process. SGF scheduling provides fairness by giving every process a chance to execute based on its burst time. It is particularly effective for predictable burst times and interactive systems that require quick responses. However, SGF scheduling may face challenges when burst times are unpredictable or longer processes suffer from starvation. Overall, SGF scheduling enhances efficiency and performance in operating system. In short, this algorithm focuses on burst time, like the process which have less execution time will get the CPU for the execution, which results in less waiting time and turnaround time. Okay, so types of SGF, shortage job first. There are two types of SGF scheduling. First one is non-preemptive and second is preemptive. You can learn them like non-preemptive is non-stop and preemptive is stoppable. Okay, so what is preemptive SGF? Preemptive SGF, also known as SRTF, shortest remaining time first. It is a variant of SGF where the CPU can be preempted by a shorter job. The process with the shortest remaining burst time is given the highest priority is allowed to run, and even if a process is already executing. Means if any of processes is in executing state and the another one arrives which have less execution time, then we'll provide it to the CPU for execution and we'll send the first one in waiting state. This approach ensures the shortest job is always given CPU time, resulting in reduced waiting times and improved responsiveness and have less response time. However, it requires additional overhead for context switching and maintaining the priority queue of process based on the remaining burst time. So this is the numerical of preemptive shortage of first, in which 6 processes are given with their arrival time and burst time, and we have to calculate the average of turnaround time, waiting time and response time also. So यहाँ द 6 प्रोसेस अपने को दी गई हैं. फर्स्ट वन, पहली वाली जो P1 प्रोसेस है उसका अराइवल टाइम 0 है और उस टाइम पर अपनी कोई भी प्रोसेस अराइव नहीं हुए, तो अपन उसको एग्जीक्यूशन के लिए भेज देंगे. तो पहले वो जो उसका बर्स्ट टाइम 10 है, तो पहले वो एग्जीक्यूट होगी फॉर 1 सेकेंड, देन P2 आ जाएगी, फिर अपन कंपेयर करेंगे तो फिर अपना P1 का जो बर्स्ट टाइम है वो 9 बचेगा क्योंकि 1 रन हो चुका है, और P2 का 12 है, तो दोनों में से कंपेयर करेंगे तो P1 का लेस है, तो अपन उसको फिर से 1 सेकेंड के लिए एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे. फिर अपनी P3 भी आ जाएगी, फिर अपन उसका जो P1 का जो बर्स्ट टाइम है वो 8 बचेगा और P3 का 6 है, तो अपन P3 को एग्जीक्यूट करा देंगे और P1 को वेटिंग स्टेट में रखेंगे.
तो P3 जो है वो अपनी फिर 1 सेकेंड के लिए एग्जीक्यूट होगी, फिर P4 अपनी आ जाएगी। तो P4 का आप देख सकते हैं कि बर्स्ट टाइम 3 है और P3 का 5 है, तो अपन P4 को एग्जीक्यूट करा देंगे 1 सेकेंड के लिए। फिर P4 जैसे ही 1 सेकेंड के लिए एग्जीक्यूट होगी तो P1 भी आ जाएगा अपने रेडी स्टेट। फिर अपन चेक करेंगे P4 की, तो अब 2 बची बर्स्ट टाइम और P5 का भी 2 है, तो दोनों में से दोनों सेम है तो अपन उनका अराइवल टाइम कंपेयर करेंगे। तो P4 पहले आया है तो पहले अपन P4 को एग्जीक्यूट कर देंगे, वो फुल एग्जीक्यूट हो गया P4। अब अपना जो है जो कंप्लीशन टाइम है वो 6 सेकेंड हो चुका है, जब तक अपनी सारी प्रोसेसेस रेडी क्यू में है। तो अब जो है अपन सारी का चेक करेंगे, लाइक P1 का 8 बचा था अपना और P12 को तो असाइन ही नहीं हुआ था, P3 का अपना 5 बचा था, P4 कम्प्लीटली हो चुका, P4 का भी 2 है, मतलब P4 कम्प्लीटली एग्जीक्यूट हो चुकी है, P5 का 2 है और P6 का 5। तो इन सब में से जो लेस्ट बर्स्ट टाइम है वो P5 का है, तो अपन P5 को असाइन कर देंगे और वो उसको अपन कम्प्लीटली एग्जीक्यूट करा लेंगे। फिर अपना जो नेक्स्ट है वो होगा P3, उसका जो कि क्यों पहले 1 सेकेंड के लिए वो एग्जीक्यूट हो चुका था, अब उसका 5 है, तो अपन उसको P3 को कम्प्लीटली एग्जीक्यूट करा देंगे, लाइक आप अगेन चैट में दे सकते हैं। फिर बारी आती है P6 की, जिसका एग्जीक्यूशन टाइम 5 सेकेंड है। एज P3 का भी 5 बचा था और P6 का 5 है, लेकिन उन दोनों में से P3 पहले अराइव हुआ था इसलिए अपन उसको पहले देंगे। फिर P6 के बाद P1 जिसका 8 बचा था और P2 का 12 बचा है, तो अपन P1 को पहले एग्जीक्यूट करा देंगे, फिर एट लास्ट P12 को करा देंगे। तो ऐसे अपने सारे कंप्लीशन टाइम आ गए। अब कंप्लीशन टाइम अपन अकॉर्डिंग टू प्रोसेस जिस हिसाब से वो कंप्लीट हुई हैं, मतलब प्रोसेस के जो आप ये नीचे गैंट चार्ट देख सकते हैं, इसके जो राइट साइड में हर एक प्रोसेस के लिखा है, तो वो उसका कंप्लीशन टाइम है राइट साइड वाला। लेफ्ट साइड वाला होता है फर्स्ट टाइम एलोकेशन, मतलब प्रोसेस को सीपीयू कब मिला है फर्स्ट एलोकेट। ओके, सो अब अपन टर्न अराउंड टाइम निकालेंगे, उसका फॉर्मूला सिंपल होता है कंप्लीशन टाइम माइनस अराइवल टाइम। ऐसे अपन सब प्रोसेसेस का निकाल लेंगे, हर एक कंप्लीशन टाइम में से उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग अराइवल टाइम को माइनस करके, देन वील calculate its average, then we'll calculate the average waiting time। वेटिंग टाइम का जो अपना फॉर्मूला होता है वो होता है टर्न अराउंड टाइम माइनस बर्स्ट टाइम। ऐसे ही जैसे कि अपन ने टर्न अराउंड टाइम का माइनस करके निकाला, ऐसे ही वेटिंग टाइम का निकालेंगे, उसके टर्न अराउंड टाइम में से उसके कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग बर्स्ट टाइम का माइनस करके और उसका एवरेज आ जाएगा। फिर रिस्पॉन्स टाइम ये होता है कि जो सीपीयू को नहीं, मतलब प्रोसेस को जो फर्स्ट टाइम मिला है उसका एलोकेट हुआ है उसमें से अराइवल टाइम माइनस करके, लाइक ये आप कैन चैट में देख सकते हैं, जैसे कि P1 का जो लेफ्ट में लिखा है वो है 0, मतलब उसको 0 पर ही मिल गया, तो 0 माइनस 0 0 ही होता है। और फिर अपन चेक करेंगे P2, P2 को अपना कब मिला था, 26 पे एलोकेट हुआ था और उसका अराइवल टाइम 1 है, तो 26 माइनस 1 करके 25 आ जाएगा। और P3 का जो अपना वो था वो उसको 2 पे ही मिला था तो 0 ही हो गया, अराइवल टाइम भी 0 था। P4 भी 3 पे ही एलोकेट हुआ था, उसका अराइवल टाइम भी 3 है तो वो 0 हो गया। और जो अपना P5 है वो 6 पर एलोकेट हुआ था, 6 टाइम पर, और उसका अराइवल टाइम था 4, मतलब उसका रिस्पॉन्स टाइम कितना आया 2, सेम माइनस करके। और अब आखिरी प्रोसेस जो है P6 वो 13 पर एलोकेट हुई थी और उसका अराइवल टाइम 4 है तो उसका माइनस करके 9 आ गया, तो ऐसे ही इसका एवरेज भी 6 आ जाएगा। Now non-preemptive SGF. Non-preemptive scheduling, also known as cooperative scheduling. It is a scheduling approach in operating system where once a process starts executing, it cannot be interrupted or preempted until it comes its execution or enters a waiting state voluntarily. Means it's same like preemptive, but in this, if a process comes with a shortest execution time, in preemptive we'll provide it to the CPU and first one will send to the waiting state, but in this we cannot do this. In non-preemptive scheduling, the CPU is allocated to the process and it continues to run until it finishes or explicitly yields the CPU. Non-preemptive scheduling allows the process to hold exclusive control over the CPU until it finishes its execution, blocks for I/O operations, or voluntarily releases the CPU. Unlike preemptive scheduling, there are no interrupts or forced context switching during the execution of a process in non-preemptive. In short, non-preemptive SGF, the process which had already allocated to the CPU for the execution will completely get executed. Then the other ones which is present in ready state will get the time for the allocation. Okay, so this is the numerical of non-preemptive sorted job first, in which this is the same numerical with the 6 processes with their arrival time and burst time, and we have to calculate the turnaround time and waiting time. In non-preemptive there is no response time. ओके सो यहाँ पर अपने को 6 प्रोसेसेस दी गई हैं, तो फर्स्ट वन जो है अपनी 0 पर ही अराइव हो गई है और वी हैव नो अदर प्रोसेसेस प्रेजेंट ऑन अराइवल विद अराइवल टाइम 0 सेकेंड. सो अपन जो पहली प्रोसेस है उसको कम्प्लीटली एग्जीक्यूटेड कर देंगे 0 से 10 के लिए, जैसे कि आप गैंट चार्ट में दे सकते हैं. फिर अपना जब 10 सेकेंड कंप्लीशन टाइम हो गया तो अपन देख सकते हैं कि सारी प्रोसेस जो हैं अपनी ऑलरेडी जो अपना प्रेजेंट वो स्टेट है उसमें प्रेजेंट है. तो अपन कंपेयर करेंगे कि किसका बर्स्ट टाइम कम है, लाइक जो उसको एग्जीक्यूशन टाइम है कम लगेगा, तो अपन उसको एलोकेट कर देंगे. तो आप जैसे देख सकते हैं P5 का 2 सेकेंड्स है तो अपन P5 को एलोकेट कर देंगे, तो वो 2 सेकेंड्स के लिए एग्जीक्यूट होगी. देन उसके बाद अपना आता है P4 जिसका 3 है तो वो एलोकेट होगा. फिर अपन देख सकते हैं कि उसके बाद P6 का 5 है तो P6 का एलोकेशन हो जाएगा. देन P3 का होगा, उसका 6 है बर्स्ट टाइम. देन P2 का होगा, ऐसे ही सेम. फिर अपन कंप्लीशन टाइम निकालेंगे, जो आप देख सकते हैं हर एक प्रोसेस के उसके जो राइट साइड पर लिखा रहेगा गैंट चार्ट में वो उसका कंप्लीशन टाइम होगा, तो अपन ऐसे लिख देंगे. फिर सेम टर्न अराउंड का वही फॉर्मूला कंप्लीशन टाइम माइनस 80 ऐसे अपन निकाल लेंगे, उसका एवरेज भी आ जाएगा. और वेटिंग टाइम निकालेंगे इसका टर्न अराउंड टाइम माइनस बर्स्ट टाइम करके, उसके ही मतलब करस्पॉन्डिंग बर्स्ट टाइम में से माइनस करके देन वी विल कैलकुलेट इट्स एवरेज. So these are the advantages of SGF sorted job first scheduling offers the following advantages. It minimizes waiting time. A process with sorted burst time are prioritized and reducing wastage time. Second is optimized resource utilization. CPU usage is maximum by executing sorter processes efficiently. Third is improved turnaround time. Process complete faster and enhancing overall turnaround time. Fourth is fairness. Sorter processes are prioritized regardless of arrival time or priority. Fifth is enhanced throughput. More processes are complete within a given time, like we can perform many tasks in a given time. Uh, Last is quicker response time. Sorter jobs receive prompt processing and benefiting interactive system, which results in less response time. Okay, so now advantages. Shortage of first scheduling process has the following disadvantages. First is difficulty in estimating burst time. It can be challenging to accurate predict the burst time of processes, which may result in inefficient scheduling decisions or and increased waiting time. It happens when the burst time are not given and we have to predict it. Second is risk of starvation. Longer process may experience starvation if a continuous stream of shorter processes keep arriving, as they have to wait for all shorter processes to complete before getting CPU time. Like we have seen in the numerical, the process P2 has 12 arrival time, 12 burst time, so it has to wait for all the processes to completely execute it. Third is lack of preemption. Non-preemptive SGF scheduling does not allow for interrupting running processes even if a shorter process arrives. This can lead to suboptimal scheduling decisions and longer waiting time. Means if a process is as executing in non-preemptive, लाइक जैसे कि आप देखा था कि जो पहली प्रोसेस थी उसका 10 था, तो जब तक पूरी एग्जीक्यूट नहीं हुई थी बाकी प्रोसेसेस को अपन एलोकेशन दे ही नहीं पा रहे थे जब तक वो कंप्लीट ना हो जाती है. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन इज potential for convey effect. If a long running process occupies the CPU, shorter processes may queue up behind it, casual increase waiting time for those processes, like same of lack of preemption. Last one is sensitivity to burst time variation. SGF scheduling is sensitive to variation in burst times. Even small changes in burst time estimate can significantly impact the scheduling order and increase waiting times. So, thank you. Hope you like it and understand what is scheduling and shortage of scheduling process.